Tonight, very happy to welcome actress June B Wilde from Canada. She's also a singer, performer, acting coach, and we'll speak about her other hobby, far from the cameras. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, June. How's everything? Everything is fine?
Everything is so good. Everything is very good.
You know, I've been reading your past filmography, and I've seen you've been in a lot of interesting films, like thrillers, psychological dramas, basically, a lot of cult films or films that became cult after you worked on them,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like The Butterfly Effect and Final Destination. It's a long series as well, like Friday the 13th. And I want to ask you about your start. How did you get involved in the art and entertainment?
Well, I mean, when I was about 8 years old, I stood on stage. I think that I threw a teddy bear in the air. Everyone laughed, and that was it. I knew that this is what I was going to do for my life, and I very rarely deviated from that path. But yeah, I just knew that that's what I was doing, and so that's where it started. I mean, I also loved singing too, and I learned how to play the 12-string guitar. And but yeah, I that's where it started, and it never really stopped. It never really stopped.
Accidentally, I see that you played a lot of nurse role, or I see it like that. Why this? You think this happened? Is it something
I
you
don't
did it
know.
very well in the first time,
One
and then it
one
was.
day my father, well, my father was dying, and I remember one day I came home and I said, and I wrote it down. I said, I could play a nurse. I mean, sorry, I could be a nurse in real life, right? And then the next day I booked a nurse role, and I said, well, okay, evidently I'm not going to be a nurse, but I will play nurse. Well, they're really interesting people. I mean, I have a lot of respect for nurses. I really do. When my father passed away, I was going to go back to the hospital and take all the nurses' thank you cards and whatnot. And I never could do that. So I promised myself that every time I met a nurse, that I would thank them. And so I've continued to do that. These people I don't know how they do what they do, but yeah. So I play them, but I don't know why, because I don't like blood and I don't like any of that other stuff, but yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Speaking of blood and violence, recently you've been in the television series. It's like a spin-off of The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Just watch a clip of you trying to uh, to have a baby cow or something like that.
Yeah, and that was a
Yes. Tell me how
that was
is
a real animal, just so you know. Yeah.
really, and they give it like something to calm off, to have the scene
They
play.
had a real animal, and then they would also bring in a dummy animal. So you know what I mean.
Yes.
So there was sort of a combination of that. But yeah.
Yes. And the long shots and the close-ups, it's different according to the shot.
Absolutely.
Yes. But how is it for you to be on the set of like this thrillers we seen? Like you've been recently, I've seen, by the way, the 2 recent season of The Twilight Zone. You've been on one episode recently, and you've been in Charmed, another nurse. I saw the clip.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
The set is thrilling behind the scene, like it's the people what we are seeing on the screen in front of us. It is spooky a little bit.
Is it spooky? Is that what was that your question?
Yes,
Spooky? Yeah,
yes.
I mean, look, I play nurses and things like that, but there's always a little spin. Like they're never, I don't think the nurses that I played are really, the nice nurse. I mean, they're either the mean nurse or there's a little twist in there, like on Charm. She's got a thread of, there's something going on. Like she works at a mental institution, but yeah, for some reason I've been those kinds of shows like the Twilight Zone. I was in I wasn't in the original, but I was in this, like you said, the second thing,
Revival.
and they
Revival.
brought it back again, and then I was again. So the whole point of that, I think, is I'm a little quirky. Like I'm definitely a character actor. So I would never, I don't think I would ever book anything straight up. It always has to have a spin, some sort of dark side or something just a little off. So I'm always going to book those Twilight Zones, The Exorcist, where there's just a little bit of something else going, or Charmed, where there's something a little bit else different going on. Like mind you, I do Hallmark too. So, kind of goes from that to that, but Hallmark is very different than that. Right. So yeah, I mean, and they're fun. They're really fun. I'm so glad that I'm a character actress. I'm really happy that I am. I don't think that I would be happy playing just straight up roles all the time.
Yes, I see that you are a professional golf player.
I'm not professional. My husband is a professional golfer.
Yes, but you join
I
him
do.
frequently.
Yes, he's a very good teacher. He taught me well.
Yes. Myself, I didn't practice golf. We have a few here in Egypt, of course, some golf courses. It's not like popular in the States, Canada, but I've seen a lot of films about golf. I remember some comedies like Caddyshack with Bill Murray, and some romantic drama, if you remember, Tin Cup with Kevin Costner,
Yeah.
But what I would like to ask you, do you think, like it is possible to create like a film or a television series about golf with a woman as a central character, or it is only like a male-driven sport?
Oh, what a great idea. Are you writing the script? Because I'm in. Oh,
Okay,
that's a great idea. That's a great idea. I have never thought of that, Sherif. That's brilliant. That's quite good. Yeah, I mean, because golf is really, I mean, it's such a gentleman's sport, I mean, it's been around for a long time. But I mean, women play golf now and they play professionally. And so I've never seen that before. So that I think is a brilliant idea. Brilliant.
Yes, because if you say so, a lot of women are playing right now. For sure, there are a lot of interesting stories to be told.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a great game. It's a great game. And you play? You said you play?
No.
No.
No, I don't play. I used to play football, when I was very, very young, it was soccer, not
Yes,
American football.
I know. My husband taught me that. Yes, yes. Oh, wow. That's good.
Yes. But tell me, while I was trying to contact you, you were shooting something. Can you tell us about what you are working on right now, what we expect from you soon?
Well, okay. So I am in Winnipeg, Canada for 2 weeks. And unfortunately, no, sorry, 2 weeks, 2 months. What am I talking about? Okay. And right now I'm in this condominium that they gave me, and So it sounds a little echoey. That's why there's very high ceilings. But unfortunately, I can't say anything because we have to sign these
Yes.
non-disclosure agreements in our,
Yes.
and it's part of our contract that if I tell you, I will have to kill you. I'm just kidding, but you know. And I mean, it's pretty serious business.
Yes.
It's very lengthy, and there's lots of pages and a lot of legal terms. And so I
But it
can't
is
say.
a film or a series? It is a
It's a
film?
feature film.
Feature
It's a
film. Very
feature film, yeah. And it's what I can tell you is there's some really big players in this, and I'm
excellent.
number 5 on the cast list. And uh, uh, I cannot, once I can say things, so
Ah,
people should, if they want to know, should follow me on
sure.
social media, because eventually I'll be able to say something.
Of course.
But what I can say is what a great group of people, from the director to the stars to, I mean, it's a dream job. It's a dream job, and the role is extraordinary.
Excellent.
So I'm getting to do some really, really cool stuff. But yeah,
Excellent.
I'm so sorry, I cannot say.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Congratulations for that, and I
Thank
hope
you.
we can connect again to speak about it. What's in it? It's been released. Hmm?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we can. Yes.
And I want to thank you very much for this quick interview, June. And I'm very happy, like, to share it on our YouTube channel, and we can follow up with you about your new works once it is released and it's disclosed to the whole world.
Right.
And keep up the good work, and I thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome. It is absolutely my pleasure. Thank
Thank
you for asking me to do this.
thank you. Take care.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.